got Adam Thielen coming on in about an hour from now. He decided to bury Lambeau Field. He obviously plays for the Vikings and everything like that. He went on to a golf podcast and he basically just buried Lambeau. Said, there's nothing fancy. It's sitting on bleachers. The place stinks. And there ain't nothing like walking out of there after a win or whatever, is what he said in his way. That took the internet by storm, obviously. He will join us in about an hour in 4 minutes to explain himself, won't he, Ty?
Yeah, he better, because, I mean, that's a goddamn cathedral and he knows it.
Well,
he knows it, and at one point, he was basically saying like, "Hey, Aaron, I want to come play for you." Now, who knows what's going to happen now?
Was that whenever he was paying to go to the regional combine to get into the NFL?
I don't know if it was then, but I think it was maybe even his last appearance on the show. He kind of said something in the line of like, "Yeah, I'd love to play with Aaron Rodgers, maybe in Green Bay."
He said that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
They opened up that gym, the
Yeah.
ETS Performance
That's
in
right.
Green Bay.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
He's trying to, hey, Aaron, come and see what we're doing over here.
Yeah, so
And now he's on his golf podcast. He's comfortable. He does hit his 3-wood, 400 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an incredible golfer. I think he has a simulator in his house or whatever. He posts videos. He loves golf. He was over there comfortable. He's like, Lambeau stinks.
yeah, he doesn't mean it, or at least he better not.
We'll find out in about an hour and 4 minutes. Why Subpar, I believe, is the podcast.
Yeah.
Subpar podcast. Shout out to them. Maybe we should make one. Call it Bogey Train. Joining us now is a man who just did a podcast where he said the entire city of Green Bay, Wisconsin stinks. Ladies and gentlemen, Minnesota Viking wide receiver Adam Thielen. Adam, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. Thanks for adding fuel to the fire the last couple hours.
No, I have not. No, we have not done that at all, Adam. How are you? It is great to see you. You look amazing, pal.
I'm good. It's good to see you guys. I love being on the show. Love seeing you guys. Just crazy times.
Okay, let's talk about the crazy times. You said, and we quote, and we might get this wrong.
Yeah.
You said the worst stadium in the NFL by far. It has the least updated technology.
Yep.
They pipe in wind and sound in there. It's got bleachers as if this is a high school amateur rinky-dink place.
Don't forget, only porta potties, no bathrooms.
Porta potties. You got to walk 2 miles from the visiting locker room. You're talking about Lambeau Field. And do you want to clarify any of the statements you made there? And how has it been in the firestorm, I assume, that you have been sitting in here for the last day or so?
So this just puts a little bit of a glimpse on the firestorm. I woke up this morning and showed my wife everything, blowing up, and she goes, "What are you talking about? Lambeau Field's the best field of all time." Like, my wife is coming at me. She loves going to games there, and so I'm not here to defend myself, but I do want to put a little context on this.
Okay.
To start the conversation, I said it is one of my favorite places to play, and then it went into. And then it went into, okay, well, I've heard, they said, I've heard that, it's not the nicest stadium in the world. The locker room's not that nice. And they wanted me to elaborate on that. And I, went into saying what I said and end up getting killed for it. So I will say that I love playing at Lambeau, the tradition, the history.
Convenient.
And I will say my favorite thing about Lambeau is coming out of that little tunnel, walking out to the field, fans pouring beer on you when you do a Lambeau leave, stuff like that. It's great, but yeah, I said what I said, and I'm getting killed for it. So it is what it is.
Did you have any idea, I guess, when you said it in the moment that it was going to cause like a stir? I took it as, honestly, I was like, he didn't really say anything bad about Lambeau. You said it's not luxurious. Okay, I think people in Green Bay are like, hey, it's good. We're here to watch football. That's what we want to do. And obviously you didn't really, you weren't killing the facilities. You said the away locker room isn't great, which I think if you would build a brand new stadium, I would make the locker room garbage. I wouldn't paint it pink like Iowa, but I'd make the away locker room just garbage.
Single ply toilet paper. I mean, the whole thing. You're right. You're 100%.
Well, I think it's funny. Because when you do these podcasts or come on these shows, you're just kind of talking with the boys. You're just kind of hanging out, talking, and you don't really think about those things. And I actually recorded it a long time ago when I was out in Arizona and played golf with those guys. And they're great people, by the way. You should have them on the show. But anyways, so I didn't even think anything of it, and then all of a sudden stuff starts blowing up and getting killed. But But like you said, like I was just saying, what it looks like, and that's not a bad thing. I think it's kind of cool to have that atmosphere of just backyard football. It's you nothing like rolling into Lambeau Field when you drive on the bus and you're going through like houses, and all of a sudden there's Lambeau Field. I think it's pretty cool. But anyways, it is what it is.
Listen, Adam, we are obviously trying to stir shit.
Oh, yeah. Time.
You should not feel bad at all about what you said. Now, with that being said, I'd assume coming out of that interview, talking to the wife, like, hey, love the hey.
Oh, went well.
Those guys are cool. I mean, yeah, they got a chance to talk a little football. We talked a little Lambeau, talk a little golf. I had a great time. Then all of a sudden here, a couple weeks later, it comes out and it's like, I did not know that was going to happen. That's fun.